We're going to continue with the recording here. I had to pause. I received a phone call. The time now is 3:17, October 4th, the year 2020, and we're going to continue. For the Honorable J. Jesús-Arriaga Avance submitted and exercised the right to cancel. Any contract can be canceled in the absence of full disclosure statement. You are entering into a transaction that will result in a mortgage. Oh, that's a false statement. This is not a mortgage. The mortgage did not exist. This is lack of full disclosure statement. In fact, this is perjury. Lien or security interest in your home. Lien or security interest in your home. Lien or security interest in your home. Interest, in means no. Ter is T-E-R, is terra. And then EST is contract. No terra contract. Based upon that omission, this whole document is bogus. But we exercised the right to cancel. And we stated that the date of the transaction, which is September 16 of 1997, and the date I received the truth in lending disclosure, or the date I received the notice of the right to cancel. I'm canceling this contract under false and misleading representations on violation of Title 5 USC due process, or Title 15 8 USC 1692E 92E lowercase, in violation of Title 15 USC 1692F for unfair practices. And we send this to the Trade Commission. Federal Trade Commission has done nothing to it. This is the item 10. And this goes to One Credit Union Mortgage Services Limited Partnership at 7515 Montgomery Boulevard, Northeast Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87109. I wish to cancel J. Jesús-Arriaga Avance, UCC 1-308, 103.6, and 1-09 in June 19 of 2020. I herewith acknowledge receipt of these 2 copies of this notice, and the confirmation is canceled and filed in this Superior Court of Record. You got this document, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Could you make up any sense about this? Did you make it? Did Miley understood? Did Vereen understood? Did your lawyer? What is the name of your lawyer or your present lawyer? Because the last one we met is on jail. You had a lawyer that wound up in jail, right? And everybody knows that. And he's in jail for perjury. And you're going in for perjury as well. For the claimant's knowledge of this life is with the claim by this claimant. What part you didn't understand of this document, sir? You are dealing with one of the people. You are not dealing with the corporations that you are used to. The Army is one of the places where they can turn one people into a corporation and still call them private. It's either one. It cannot be both of them. So if I got a corporation, can I call them private? You do it all the time. It has my DNA, 7/29/1959, and it has my fingerprint, which is my worldwide notary public. 2 of them. And then for the closing statement. Conclusion. Federal Postal Court, under United States Code Title 28, Section 636, Subchapter Lowercase Golf. You must have physical evidence. Words written on a paper is a physical evidence. If the judge, lawyer, or private citizen is engaged in fictitious conveyance of language that cause damage to another human being under Title 42, 1983, note 319329349. which is policy, custom, and usage. The damage is established under Title 42, 1985, subsection 1. It is conspiracy of two or more persons are said to have conspired to prevent an officer from performing his or her duties, with such persons conspire to force, intimidate, or threaten the officers from accepting or holding any office, trust, or place of confidence under the United States provisions against conspiracy to interfere with the civil rights. Signed, dated, Book 12, page 31. Analysis of law owned and presented by an authority for the Honorable J. Jesús-Arriaga Avonce, culto, erudito, instruito, sapiente, controllership of banking procedure, auditor income and black law, a special master in common law, and this was submitted to be challenged by one Kenneth J. Gonzalez, pseudo judge, trespasser, correspondent, wrongdoer, and then we have the insurance of title. The insurance of title, where Albuquerque Title Company, affidavit of liens and possession, and indemnity agreement. They agree to indemnify. Item 14, title of ownership, 2 pages, State of New Mexico, County of Sandoval, for the Honorable Adelina Arriaga Pedrosa and for the Honorable J. Jesús-Arriaga Ponce. The undersigned having first been duly sworn upon oath, depose and state the undersigned owns that certain property described as follows: Lot 12, Block 4, West Wind, 29 and 30, Township 7, North, Range 2. There has been no work or labor performed or material supplied for improvement of the above described property, for which payment in full has not been made, or for which payment is not being made from the proceeds of this transaction, which could result in the recording of an imposition of a lien or claim for payment pursuant section 48-2-1 ET SEQ or 48-2A1 ET SEQ NMSA or November. The undersigned agrees to indemnify Albuquerque Title Company, Inc. and its underwriter for any claims whatsoever regarding amounts of which might be due and personal improvements made to the property described herein. We further agree to promptly pay and or discharge any such liens or claims, or in the event of any lien is filed, it will promptly procedure a release or discharge thereof. Albuquerque Title Company is out of business. If you get a paper like this, the company goes out of business, you're on your own. You contact the superintendent of insurance, send them a letter. We send a claim to the Federal Trade Commission for deceiving and unfair practices. They haven't replied. There are no special assessments, utility expansions, charges, or similar changes due which have not been disclosed to Albuquerque Title Company, and we do not hereby hold Albuquerque Title Company and liability commercial should be such assessment or changes exist. No liability. No petition for relief under the bankruptcy code has been filed by or against the undersigned within the last year, and is not any bankruptcy proceeding currently pending herein on the undersigned as the debtor, nor does the undersigned intend to file such petition for the foreseeable future. That no person, corporate person, or entity occupies the above referenced property in whole or in part, except the undersigned, and except for the undersigned, no person or entity has occupied or shall any part of said property. The period in which the undersigned owns said property, except the following name and all whom any name and permanently vacated said land and claim no rights of interest in said property. If none, state none. That there are no recommended assessments or claims assessments, no to the undersigned. This representation are made for the express purpose of introducing the purchase to purchase said property. They guarantee the title. These representations are made for the express purpose of inducing the purchaser to purchase said property, the purchaser's lender, if any, to lend purchase money to the purchaser secured by a lien of said land, and to induce Albuquerque Title Company of its title insurance underwriting to the insurer of title thereto without exception for the rights of parties of the possession, and it made without full knowledge of the Albuquerque Title Company and its title insurance underwriter, are relying upon the truth of said statement executed on this June 18 of 2020. The foregoing instrument was subscribed, sworn, and acknowledged before me this 18th June 2020 for the Honorable J. Jesús-Arriaga Ponce and for the Honorable Adelina Arriaga Pedrosa and the Notary Public, and their commission expires on February of the year February 25 of the year 2023. Certificate of Acknowledgement of Title Ownership. 1. J. Jesús-Arriaga Ponce, the living man in the capacity of J. Jesús-Arriaga Ponce, recorded as the grantee of the warranty grant deed real estate described or the attached certified of said property. 1/5/1186 GC attachment and mortgage 174502. It is my will and act of deed, acknowledge and acceptance of the deed and lawful ownership of the property under the terms of the deed, and I ask the record on file in the Office of Register of Deed update to show my acceptance of the deed and the lawful owner of the real estate. This is my free will and deed under my hand and seal for the Honorable J. Jesús-Arriaga Ponce, holder of the deed of lawful ownership, and the Honorable Member of the Military Welfare Service, the National American Red Cross, AMRDXMXO2 AMR210AACKA000001308 for the Honorable Adelina Arriaga Pedrosa, third-party witness and holder of deed of lawful ownership, Honorable Member of the Military Welfare Service, the National American Red Cross, State of New Mexico, Valencia, signed and date notarized on this 8th day of June 2020 before the subscriber Melissa Sanchez, which is a notary public for the State of New Mexico under the Great Seal of New Mexico. And this is recorded on book 2 pages on the County Clerk of Valencia County in the acknowledgement on 6/18/2020 at 4:12 and 40 seconds on the PM, and it is recorded, signed, and sealed. Ignored. Ignored. Never replied. The attorney has 20 days from that date to accept the money that we offer. We offer $2.5 million in lawful money. The money was not taken. Why? Because they don't have a contract. They don't own the property. They have taken off in a hurry. The bank is saying, I have nothing to do with this. The damage is done. We've sustained great deal of harm and injury, financial, emotionally. And these guys say, well, we're going to dismiss it. And we are saying, okay, well, now you are liable. You have insurance and you have to pay. And we are looking at you, Mr. Donald Trump, for you to enforce these thieves of yours. That you threaten to defund if they don't bring you what you want. They take money from the federal government to do these practices. Mark Alexander Vereen, you are a thief. Donald J. Trump, you are a thief. Bank of Albuquerque, you are a thief. Elizabeth B. Friedenstein, you are a thief. Catherine Sanchez, for the fictitious entity Bank of Albuquerque, you are a thief. You are convicted. You've been tried, convicted. You're going to jail for the rest of your life, and we strongly suggest the Superior Court of Record hereby instructs and gives order for all you involved to turn yourself in for a life term in prison. The building is 333 Lomas Boulevard in Albuquerque, New Mexico. First floor, information, and turn yourself into the U.S. Marshal. If you don't do it within 72 hours, you're considered a fugitive. Now, we are giving part to Interpol. Go after these people, put them behind bars, comply with your duty and your oath. And in the meantime, while everything is sorted out, these people are subject to the death penalty. On front of the United Nations, on front of the International Court. The death penalty by the electric chair. Due to my health reasons and the injuries that I received, I can no longer continue on this video. I am going to pause this, and I'm going to put more hot water on this bag so that I can put it in the area of S1 and L5 where I received injury at the hands of the Valencia County Sheriff's Department by order of one John R. Chavez, pseudo judge in Belen, New Mexico, at the Magistrate Court, 901 Castillo, in Belen, New Mexico. I will continue posting these videos from any place in the world where I will conduct my court for safety reasons. And I am applying for the Witness Protection Program. And I am applying for protection from my diplomatic immunity to the International Court and to the Permanent Court of Justice at the United Nations. And you will be receiving this video. You will be commanded, you are commanded, you'll be in order to observe and to act pursuant your oath and your contract. To the contrary, you will be compounded to the same constitutional wrong as shown in the record of this video today. Play it more than once. Get involved. Do your duty. Or get sentenced to the electric chair. It is so ordered on this Sunday, October 4th of the year 2020 at 3:38 p.m. I cannot thank any of the governmental officers for something they have not done. I cannot thank this group of thieves because they are doing it to you as we speak. All transactions are corrupt. I shall continue as I gather a little more of my health. And we will be posting another video. Until then.